Free transfer ADRIEN RABIOT is set to join Manchester United. Hello everyone, and thank you for watching the United chapter with me, your host KALS-The. Make your point, subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've definitely got to bring to you, as long as it is sport and as long as it is Manchester United related, right about here at the United chapter with me, your host KALS. Guess what we're talking about today? We're definitely talking about a wonderful football player, and guess who this is? This is none other than ADRIEN RABIOT. You will be remember that ADRIEN RABIOT was linked to Manchester United in the summer transfer window, last summer transfer window, and we had thoughts and we possibly thought that it could go on quite well in the summer transfer window, but it didn't. So it definitely moved to the January transfer window, and when it came to the January transfer window, still there were big hopes, and he was definitely quite linked, heavily linked to the club Manchester United, but things didn't go as planned, and because of a few reasons, definitely ADRIEN RABIOT did not end up at Manchester United. He remained at Juventus. However, Juventus was a little bit willing to give ADRIEN RABIOT to Manchester United, but there was something that happened between the mom and his agent is his mom. That is Veronique. She's called Veronique. So Veronique definitely did not agree with Manchester United about the wages, especially in particular, it was about the wages. Manchester United were giving ADRIEN RABIOT quite low wages than what he was getting at Juventus, and also Veronique RABIOT did not welcome this quite well, and she said, no way is he coming to Manchester United. And right about now, things are going on even much better for the club Manchester United and also for ADRIEN RABIOT. As you already know that Manchester United is hunting for a very good midfielder, a very good central midfielder, and now the one that is in the picture is ADRIEN RABIOT. And the fact that at this point in time, as we're talking, ADRIEN RABIOT is a free agent, I must say. He's a free agent. So what does that mean? The fact that ADRIEN RABIOT is a free agent, that definitely means that Manchester United can afford his wages. It will be remembered that his wages could be around 250 to 300, around there, 250 to 300 thousand a week. So the fact that Manchester United came up with a bit of a cap about how much to pay the football players. No football player should go beyond a certain amount of money, no matter what signing they want to bring. They have said they're not going to be giving out very big wages. Big wages will be there, but no extreme wages, because they're already giving out big wages. Anyway, so, but we should think that Manchester United right about now is in a better position than ever before, simply because they are not going to be investing quite a lot of money on the transfer fee. Juventus are not getting any money out of this. However, there's been quite a bit of there could be a bit of competition for this gentleman. There could be quite big competition for ADRIEN RABIOT, as a number of clubs definitely are interested in him joining their clubs. Anyway, when you look at the possibilities of him joining Manchester United, first of all, what led to him not joining Manchester United last season? In the summer transfer, in the January transfer window, with the wages, and it looks like Manchester United, with the fact that it's not going to pay a transfer fee, it's more than interested right about now, willing and able. But also, it will be remembered that when you look at the midfielders at Manchester United and also the age and stuff, when you see Casemiro is not going to be at Manchester United for a very long period of time. He could sign 2-3 seasons. He could be on 2-3 seasons, and I think age is catching up on him a bit. And also, looking at Marcel Sabitzer. Sebza is definitely going to be leaving the club Manchester United, most likely, because he's played very well. He's played very well, and Manchester United could possibly be looking at ways of keeping him at the club. But when he was signing his contract, he's a loanee, there was no option of selling to Manchester United. So that is something that could be done afresh. But as it stands per now, Manchester United has a very low chance of keeping Marcel Sabitzer. But the fact that Marcel Sabitzer could be moving away, is going away, and Christian Eriksen has always had injuries, he's a very good football player. Eriksen is a very good football player, but when he gets an injury, puts the club down. I don't know whether you understand what I mean, but when he's got injuries, when he's got an injury, Manchester United there is always that gap that is left there that he definitely should have filled, but because he's on injury, he can't play, and they are bringing in other football players that cannot play as right as him. So Manchester United's midfield is a little bit not okay, and that's why they are looking at reinforcements in the midfield. And the one and only that they are looking for at Manchester United is looking at is ADRIEN RABIOT. So the fact that Marcel Sabitzer could be moving, and the fact that Christian Eriksen gets a few injuries, all his entire life he's had quite a number of injuries, and he's always had injuries that take quite a big time. And you can't rule it out the coming season. You can't say he's not going to get an injury. You have to prepare for it. Despite the fact that he's going to be available, I think there should be a football player who should be there as strong as him, as good as him. And the one that is in the picture right about now is ADRIEN RABIOT. And I think ADRIEN RABIOT can definitely do the job. So looking at we need to see his statistics. We need to see ADRIEN RABIOT's statistics, and possibly, as we already know that some of the football analysts and transfer experts like Fabrizio Romano recently came out and said all is set for him to join Manchester United, as he already agreed to a move to Manchester United. However, still it will be remembered that there's going to be a bit of a tight competition for him, as Juventus is looking at keeping him, trying to get him to sign a new deal, and Manchester United is saying we can't even give you more wages than what you're getting at Juventus. However, himself also came out and said he's got a dream of playing in the most competitive league in the world, and that's the Premier League. He wants to come and join. He wants to go to the Premier League and play some Premier League football and see what happens there. So that's a big win. That's a big point for Manchester United, as you already know that a few clubs still are interested in this gentleman, but the club he would like to play for is definitely Manchester United. So we need to see ADRIEN RABIOT and also see his statistics, how he's played for Juventus, and he's also played for quite a number of clubs, but mainly he's played for PSG and also played for Juventus. He's played for PSG too. He's played for France under 21. He's played for PSG. He's played for France, the main team, and also played for Juventus, so in the Serie A. So he will be remembered still that this gentleman in the season 2019-2020 scored 1 goal, and as a midfielder, you definitely expect him to have a number of yellow cards. That's as he's got 6 and he's got 1 assist. That was season 2019-2020. 2020-2021. He scored 4 goals in 34 appearances and 2 assists. Then season 21-22, he didn't score a goal, but he made 2 assists in 32 appearances. And he also had a wonderful 29 appearances and scored more than 8 goals, I think. And that also had 3 assists or something like that. And also had yellow cards, a number of yellow cards, and that was 8. And for those of you who want to know more about Adrien Rabiot, definitely I've already told you that he's a French professional football player who plays as a central midfielder for Serie A club, Juventus, and the French national team. He's a very good one, a very wonderful one, and I think if he joins the club Manchester United, that will definitely be a great one. His height is 1.88 meters, and also nationality, I told you, is French, and also weight is 72 kilograms. And while at Juventus, he's played quite well. And if you watch the World Cup, you definitely saw that he was a stunner. He was a very beautiful player in the World Cup. He managed to score quite a number of goals in the World Cup. Did he score goals? No, but I don't think he scored the number. He scored 1 goal in the World Cup. Yeah, he scored 1 goal in the World Cup. In 6 matches, and also made 1 assist, and that's quite well for a central midfielder. Really, that's definitely quite well. I've got a few questions coming in. How many goals did Rabiot score? Adrien Rabiot has scored 8 goals in 28 matches in the Serie A. That's in 2022, so in 2023. And 7 of the 8 goals were scored at home, while the 8 actually, one game was just an away. 1 goal was an away game. Overall, Adrien Rabiot's goals scored per 90 minutes is 0.3. Moreover, Adrien Rabiot's total goals and assists is 11 for the last season. Anyway, he's a very brilliant one. I think I've answered you, and somebody's still asking how old. He's 28 years. And was born on the 3rd of April, 1995. Still getting in quite a few more questions. Getting a few more questions. What is Adrien's real name? Adrien Agresti, that's his real name. Anyway, so I think Manchester United is in a better position to sign this gentleman, but still it will be remembered that Manchester United's technical director, Darren Fletcher, has gone on and said the midfield at Manchester United needs to be strengthened even further, and he's demanded for a football player in the midfield. And guess who is available right about now? As we have told you, it's Adrien Rabiot, who is set to join the club Manchester United. And if he joins Manchester United, then we could see a beautiful game. The last season wasn't the worst of seasons for Manchester United. Wasn't the best of seasons for Manchester United, but you could see there was an improvement from the previous season. And right about now, Manchester United is looking at the coming season, making sure it can finish in top 4 or even take the Premier League title. But this is not just going to happen in a day. This is something that needs to be planned quite well. And the planning starts now, where Manchester United is set to buy a number of football players. Reinforcement, there's going to be selling of some football players that have not, some of the football players that have not impressed the manager. Definitely, they are going to be sold. And Manchester United is going to be buying a few more football players. There's been quite a rumor about Harry Maguire and him leaving the club Manchester United, but I can confirm to you that that rumor could be true, because United has been also linked to a number of defenders. And when you see how Harry Maguire has played last season, it's not been the best of performances. There must be something wrong somewhere with Harry Maguire. I don't know. Maybe we could say he's not been on form, but it's been quite a long period of time. And used to beat my understanding. I used to wonder why is Harry Maguire playing every game and he's not on form. Years ago, not even years ago, a few seasons ago, he was playing every game, making mistakes in almost every game. But ever since Erik ten Hag took over the management at Manchester United, things definitely changed. He said he's not playing all the games he had his defenders in. And when those defenders were not on the best of form or had injuries, that's when Harry Maguire definitely came in. But right about now, Harry Maguire is not the center of attention. The center of attention is ADRIEN Rabiot, and as we tell you, all is set for him to join the club Manchester United, and we will be happy when he goes to Manchester United, when it comes to Manchester United. Otherwise, I thank you for being part of the United chapter with me, your host, Abu KALS, as all is set for this gentleman to join the club Manchester United, ADRIEN Rabiot. Let us hope that Veronique Rabiot will be sympathetic with Manchester United and will take the wages that Manchester United will be offering, as last season it wasn't the best of seasons for Manchester United when it comes to ADRIEN Rabiot's transfer, as Manchester United failed to get ADRIEN Rabiot because of the low wages that were being offered to ADRIEN Rabiot, and they were denied by Veronique Rabiot. Thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Thank you and goodbye for now.